Jenna and I split the 2 Lake County pours every night.
Oh yeah.
So I was watching our movie for Movie Matters. Drank the standard calendar sample, which was barrel batch 36. I think. It was like, I actually was pretty close on my guesses. I guessed it was 115 proof. I said it was from Indiana, which it probably mostly is. And that it's something else. Can't remember. But so it ended up being, 114.4 proof or something like that. Solid, solid pour. So then I drank the high roller sample, and like instantly I'm like, okay, this is like well under 100. So I guess 94. And I was like, didn't particularly care for it. And I thought I was getting hints of like a weeded mash bill. So I guessed it was weeded. Oh, I guess barrel was a straight bourbon, which I was also correct on that. But the high roller one, I was like, I'm pretty sure this is weeded. Like, don't really care for it. I was going to guess that it was like 5 years old. Guess what it was, Dan?
Guess, Dan.
Well,
what does Jake love the most?
I'm gonna say for Rotel, Elijah Craig.
It was Elijah 18. So I think it can't be my favorite whiskey anymore because I didn't like it blind. Podcast about bourbon and the ones who drink it. This is Bourbon Matters. Welcome to Bourbon Matters. I'm Jake.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Gold Eagle Jake.
And we are doing our top 5 whiskeys of the year list. This is
year end.
Year
it's
end.
A fun one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is always one of my favorite episodes of the year. We went with absolutely no rules this year. I think last year there was no rules besides it couldn't be store picks. That's out the window this year. So Jake's entire list is going to be store picks, I'm sure. But
I kept
to be fair, mine is mostly store picks. So
I wanted to put a rule in of it can't be all Gold Eagle store picks. It's the only rule I wanted to put in. But
I gave every category a little bit of love. You guys know me. I like to
really
play
this
the
is
field.
Just it's anything we've drank for the first time within the last year.
Right. Yeah.
Now, different batches and things will count, but like, for example, like you're not probably just going to say, Jake, sorry, you can't just go Elijah Craig because it's all basically the same. So, but
well, I didn't have Elijah Craig for the first time this year, so I would not have picked that.
Ooh. I was just maybe like straight Elijah Craig small batch, but no, it's anything you've had for the first time. That's really the only the stipulation from the last year, because I know at least one of mine is a batch from last year, if not a couple. So that's it. We'll go through these. Each of us will go through their list 5 to 1. We'll have a little discussion on how good or how shitty everyone's list is, and then we'll move to the next person.
And we can do honorable mentions, right, Dan?
No, I hate.
Yes, so, you can.
We always talk how Jake doesn't follow his own rules that he sets. Jake R, not Gold Eagle Jake. Gold Eagle Jake's decent, but like I remember last year, like we were talking just on the previous episode that Jake breaks the rules all the time, and I think it was like honor. I got my top 5, but I'm going to talk about 9. Because I have 4 honorable mentions.
The blind bracket where he was like no allocated bottles allowed.
Oh, yeah.
And then he throws in like the most allocated bottle of the year, Elijah Craig C923.
Yeah, C923. Yeah.
Back when you couldn't find Elijah Craig barrel proof anywhere. And he
I
puts
got
in the
like
most
3
sought
of them,
after
so it wasn't that hard to find.
He always breaks the rules. He always makes the rules, then breaks them, and he still frickin' loses, which is hilarious.
I
yeah,
only
blend
lost
off.
one of our competitions.
All right.
Last time I checked, you haven't won one, so
Never lost one either, though. You've lost one. I haven't.
all right. Well, let's get yours over with, Dan.
All right. So first one.
This will be good.
This one,
Which
is
is
actually a pretty
what,
decent
number
list.
5?
Number 5, because we're doing our top 5, so I don't need honorable mentions to talk about other shit. This one isn't one that's difficult to find by any means. Not a barrel pick. It is Green River Full Proof. I didn't have Full Proof until 2025. This is their straight bourbon whiskey. This isn't the wheated. I was at the Green River tasting. I really, really, really enjoyed this. And I absolutely love it. This one is 117.3 proof. I think Green River is one of the ones where when you're looking at their normal releases, even their full proof releases, they're usually fairly easy to find. Phenomenal pricing on them. I think Green River is one that I know we talk about a lot, but I still think it's underrated for all their stuff. So
I was actually strongly considering putting that on my list as well.
So I had strongly considered a wheated
on my list.
barrel pick.
What'd you say?
I was strongly considering our wheated barrel pick, and I didn't. Dan, when you get into town, we got to let you try our barrel pick of Green River Bourbon, which is the same mash bill as the full proof.
Okay.
Because that's on the shelf still. A couple cases left at $60. But no, I think that's a great one. It's great price. Easy drinker, easy to find. Yeah, that's another good thing about Green River is they pride themselves on not being allocated. They wait until they have so much product to release a new product where it's going to be on the shelf everywhere, every market that they're in.
Yeah. But no, this is by far and away the cheapest, easiest one to find on my top 5. But when I was looking at my shelf of all the things I bought this year, I looked at them I got to have Green River top 5. I moved it around back and forth a little bit. I decided to put it at 5. I had it my bottom 3. I've kind of swapped around a little bit. So this is the final lock-in order. But Green River at 5. Number 4, I'm not going to spend a ton of time to talk about because I'm sure it's going to be on everyone's list. I'll let someone else talk about it. Beautiful in the Dam, Old Orleans, Gold Eagle, Bourbon Matters Barrel Pick. The only whiskey I've ever bought a case of, and it's not just because there's a sticker on it. Really like this one. I've finished one bottle. I've opened another bottle. I have a bunch more, and I think I got one at Jake's house yet, too. I got to pick up when I'm back in town.
Yeah.
That's my number 4, Old Orleans by Beautiful and the Damned.
So I just got to say, sorry, before the only reason why that's not on my list because I knew one of you guys would, and that's probably my only true honorable mention because that is just a phenomenal bottle, and it's one that everyone who I give it to that tries it just loves it. So much flavor, easy to drink, great price point. So glad you put that on your list, Dan. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the first bottle I bought when I moved to Utah. I bought it just because I wanted something different. I talked about it once before. It's the Hooten and Young collaboration with Jack Carr from the Navy SEALs.
Oh, nice. How do you like that?
I love this bottle phenomenally. I bought it.
I haven't opened it yet, though.
It was on a massive sale when I moved out here. So I think I got this for $120. It is a 16-year, 125 proof MGP blend. I am going to miss this bottle when it's gone because the store that I bought it from doesn't have it anymore. But it's what they call warrior proof. Hooten and Young are former military guys. Jack Carr was a Navy SEAL. He did the collaboration with them and helped pick the barrels.
Are they? They're based out of Utah, right?
I don't think so. I don't know where they are. It's Ohio.
Oh, really?
Bottled by Hooten and Young, Silverton, Ohio. So no.
I know Jack Carr lives in Montana, or
yes,
not. He has a place in Utah too.
But if you still see this one around, I think this was a this year release. If not, it was late 24. But phenomenal bottle, MGP, 16-year-old. If you find it on sale for $120, that's a pretty good buy for the proof and the age. My number 2 was probably my most surprising bottle of the year because I thought I was going to hate it and I thought I was going to regret buying it. It's turned into one that I keep on my top shelf and I haven't drank a ton of because I like to keep it. This is my only non-bourbon on the list.
Ho-ho.
Star Hill Farm 2025 Wheat Whiskey. So this is the Maker's Mark Estate Series. So this is one that they actually make. It is called an estate certified whiskey because this is made with wheat that they grow on their property. You'll start to see this if you're watching the video. There is a small, you'll see this estate whiskey certified logo on the back. You'll see that on Whiskey Acres stuff. This is brand new. And the whole estate whiskey certification is all new. This is a 51% soft red winter wheat, 27% malted winter wheat, and then 22% barley out of Makers. Phenomenal. This comes into a 114.7 proof. This is one where I had the first sip and I'm like, God dang it, this is really good. I didn't expect it to be really good. Quickly became one of my favorite bottles. Gold Eagle, Jake, you've had this one before too, right?
Yeah, it's really good. I think a lot of people were expecting not to like that because it is a wheat whiskey. The Maker's Cellar Aged kind of gets mixed reviews as their main limited release. But this one was really, really good. Definitely one of the best wheat whiskeys I've ever had.
Oh, far and away. So
there was one batch of like Bernheim Barrel Proof that I thought was really, really good. And maybe some of the Old Elk wheat whiskeys, but that one right there is super solid all around.
Yeah, and that is a 2025 release. So in the future, keep an eye out for it as well too. My number 1, I will take all the shit in the world for calling this because this is a massive tater bottle. It's last year's release, but I didn't get it till this year. I've only had one pour, and it is the first pour I had when I moved out to Utah. It is going to be the 2024 release of George T. Stagg. 2024 release. This one was 138.7 proof. Just phenomenal. I mean, all the Stags, if you're drinking it, this year we talked about it's going to be hazmat proof. It's going to be over 140. They all drink about 20, 30 proof points lighter than what this thing says. It is expertly crafted, expertly blended. There's a reason that it's highly sought after. I had, like I said, the first night once my move truck showed up, I had this and it was a phenomenal pour. I've had one more pour since, but that will be my number 1. So, going my 5-1, Green River Full Proof Kentucky Straight Bourbon. Our Old Orleans Beautiful in the Damn Barrel pick. The Hooten and Young Jack Carr edition of the 16-year MGP. Star Hill Farm Wheat Whiskey. And then George T. Stagg from 2024.
So all of those are bottles that you will not be able to get a second off, right?
The Green River Kentucky
Green River is
Green River you can get. Yeah.
Jack,
Okay.
I bet.
The beautiful and the damned, we still have like 3 or 4 cases. It's on its last life.
He has a case of that, or he will have a case of that. But
yeah, but I'm saying like if you're wanting to find some of these whiskeys we're talking about, act fast on that beautiful and the damned because we still have some and there's not much. It's not going to be around for long.
Yeah.
Star Hill will be an annual release from Makers, I'm sure. Not the easiest to find.
Yeah, there's going to be more.
I don't know if they're going to keep it at 114.7 proof or that's just where the blend came together at. I guess I never looked into that. But yeah, that's my 5. I think it's pretty good. Oh man, I even after having jalapenos with dinner, like this 125 proof Hooten and Young is still not killing me. Like it's hotter than it should be, but that's because my tongue's on fire. Um, but I would probably pick up another bottle of Hooten and Young if I see it at a store out here.
Where is does it say that it's Indiana distilled?
I when I read it online, it does. I don't think it says distilled in Indiana on here. No, it does not say. It just says
Also,
bottled
Dan,
by.
is I don't even know if I would consider Stag a tater bottle. I mean, it's a pretty damn good bottle. It's okay that you picked it.
I was going to say
as your
if
number
there's
one.
one BTAC that you're allowed to put on this list, it's probably George T.
Stag or LaRue, but yeah, I mean, Stag is always great. I thought for sure you were going with like a E.H. Taylor something.
I think I might have had one of the barrel proof that I had last year out of E.H. Taylor in my top 5.
Yeah, they were all super allocated last year in your top 5.
Yeah. Probably. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. All of these, like I said, Star Hill blew me away. Stag is what I expected it to be, but it's like, I love when you get a bottle where you're expecting it to be phenomenal and it is. Because there's too many times you can get let down.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had a bad pour of Stag. I don't think I've ever tasted a bad Stag release. It would have been interesting. What was that in 22 or 23 when they didn't release it because they didn't think they had the right stuff to make it.
Was that might have been even earlier than that?
I think it was 3 years ago.
So 21, 22.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Maybe
that would have been interesting
like
if they released that and they just got bombarded for
it wasn't 23.
Well, they probably put it in Stag Junior. Or...
Yeah. Everyone's like, they dumped it out. I'm like, they did not dump that out.
No.
They
went to Blanton's or whatever.
Yeah, they blended it off into something else.
Or I don't know. I think they just kept aging it and created a bigger blend. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
A couple people know.
But
we will all never know.
Yeah. That's my top 5. It's harder to do a top 5 because I don't have as much stuff out here in Utah to try. But I do like the fact that one of the bottles I did buy here was one of my favorite bottles this year. So,
I mean, it's hard to do a top 5 in general. There's a lot of whiskeys that I mean, especially for me, a lot of stuff I get to try. It's hard to keep track. I remember doing the top 5 last year and thinking, okay, this year I got to keep like a notes section in my phone where I write down all these whiskeys. And still today, I'm like scrambling to think about my top 5. So it's hard to narrow it down. There's a lot of good stuff out there. And you know what? I think we had this discussion last year. Going off of like what Whiskey Advocate does is not necessarily the 5 best, but the 5 most exciting or memorable that you've had. I kind of factored that into my top 5 list as well.
Yeah, I mean, I had a tough time picking too. Obviously, I had a kid in August, so like, I didn't get the amount of like master classes in this year that I typically do, so I missed a lot of different stuff. I haven't made it to the bar much to try some of the like limited release
Shame
stuff.
on you.
That's been hitting the bar. So, I was scrolling through the what's the site that you use all the time, Dan, to track releases?
Well, I use my dabs is for Utah, but that's just Utah.
No, the one that you look up all the time, the
Breaking Bourbon?
Breaking Bourbon, yeah. I was scrolling through all the 2025 bourbons. I was like, I haven't tried any of these. So I was just like, went back through some of our episode posts and some of the Gold Eagle posts and which ones I know that I've bought and opened and tried and enjoyed. So that's how I built my list this time.
I just found out my Hooten Young is actually down on sale for $100 now.
Oh, scoop it up.
Yeah, I will buy one of those.
All right, who's next?
Go ahead, Jake. You spoke first.
All right. Number 5. This is an interesting one, and I'm glad that I got to go to the master class for this one because it was super cool. This is what should be classified as a rye whiskey if the laws would apply. This is
Ooh, I know where you're
rye
going.
law
Yep.
from Inchdairney.
Nice.
So this is made in Scotland. It's made to the specifications of American rye whiskey, but that category doesn't exist in Scotland. So they just label it as a single grain Scotch whiskey. This was a super cool masterclass. I'm really glad I got to go. Awesome bottle. It tastes amazing. Everything we tried at that masterclass is really good. So I'm excited to see what they come out with in the future.
Yeah, it's also like just a very interesting and futuristic brand / distillery. Would highly recommend if you are, whiskey curious outside of just bourbon. Check this brand out because, like Jake said, they are making rye whiskey in Scotland, and they can't call it rye, so it's a single grain Scotch, and it's one of the hardest things I've ever had to sell until you let somebody taste it, and then they're just sold.
Yeah. Number 4, the Old Louisville, Kentucky series, 8-year. This is 100 proof Kentucky bourbon. I tried this when we had the guy from Old Louisville on the show a few months ago over the summer. Amin. Which is a great episode. Check that out if you haven't. Everything I've tried from them so far, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I really like this one. The 100 proof point is really nice. The age statement definitely shines through. There's like really good oak flavor on this. And it's like pretty well priced.
Yeah, $60
solid
for
bottle.
an 8-year.
Yeah, it's a really good bottle. I highly recommend it.
I would hope you would highly recommend it if it's in your top 5. I just want to throw that out there.
I like to reiterate that
it would be really bad if you're like, this is my 4th best whiskey. I don't recommend it.
All right, number 3, the Old Fitz Bottled in Bond 7-year.
Nice.
Jake peer pressured me on the show to open this, and I'm glad I did because it's phenomenally good. Especially for, I think everybody probably knows at this point that I'm not a huge fan of wheated bourbons. This is like spectacular. So I'm super happy I tried it. Super happy that it's as good as it is. So again,
and it's $50 for 7-year, and
it's
supposedly going to be more available.
Yeah, in keeping with the Heaven Hill trend of readily available SKUs, hopefully. We already talked about this one, but I'm going to talk about it some more. The Bourbon Matters Old Orleans pick from the Beautiful and the Damned. For my number 2, yeah, I mean, go back and listen to our episode where we actually peer pressured Kevin to allow us to pick this, which was a blast. That probably my favorite episodes of the year were doing those that interview with Kevin from the Beautiful and the Damned. That was a lot of fun. Lots of really good whiskey. Yeah, this, I think, as an inaugural Bourbon Matters pick, I think we absolutely crushed it. So we can pat ourselves on the back for that one. Yeah, if you haven't tried this, you got to pick one up. You probably have one open at the bar, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Check it out. If you haven't tried it yet, you will not be disappointed.
At this point, I'm sure every listener has tried it. If you haven't, stop listening to us. You're an idiot. But no, I mean, legitimately, like, that is one bottle more than anything else in the past 4 or 5 months that I've heard people like, how are you not sold out of this? This bottle is so good. I'm grabbing another. It's just one of those whiskeys you can pour and drink and sip all day and never get tired of the flavor.
Yeah, agree. And like, I talked about this before too, but real quick, we'll hammer it home. Like, I typically hate French oak finish bourbon, and this one is just like absolutely stellar. So like it just absolutely crushes like all those like dessert flavors, but like the bourbon really still like comes through well. Yeah, pick one up if you haven't. All right, my number one. If I could give a even more glowing review to a bottle than I just did, it would be this one. This is the Gold Eagle Elijah Craig barrel proof pick that came out this year. This is a 121.4 10-year-old Elijah Craig. Jake told me that this was the best Elijah Craig he's ever tasted in his life, and I thought he was kind of full of it until I tasted it, and I wholeheartedly agree. I would even put this up against the C923 and probably say I like this one a little bit better, which is why I bought a lot of it. So yeah, I'm putting this one at number one. It's just got like such good like depth of flavor, and like a lot more of those like darker kind of notes that like I thoroughly enjoy. So yeah, I was super pumped when that came out and I got to try it, because it is really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree. I like almost felt bad saying like, yeah, this is the best Elijah Craig I've ever had, because I'm sure I say stuff like that a lot, but that Elijah Craig is special. It truly is. Like it. Yeah. I've done it in blinds with 4 or 5 other Elijah Craig barrel proofs, and it's always come out on top. If you want to test it out, we do have about 5 different bottles of Elijah Craig barrel proof open at our bar right now. You can come get yourself a little mini flight.
You still have some of that? Looks like you have left on the website.
We got like 36 bottles. Yeah. Last 3 cases are still hanging around.
Yeah, I'd recommend that one. If not, I'm gonna get the rest. So. All right.
Am I up?
Yeah.
All right. Top 5 best and most exciting whiskeys of my year. All right. So, honorable mention. Sorry, Dan. The Beautiful and the Damned pick. I won't keep harping on it, but really this was only out of my top 5 because I knew one of you guys would put it in there, and I didn't want to just keep beating it down. But yes, that would definitely be in my top 5 if I didn't know you guys were probably going to also include that. So only one honorable mention. All right, to the top 5. Number 5, our Bardstown rye barrel pick. So the Zebra Toasted Rye. It's 126 proof. Zebra Toast comes from the staves alternate with cherry wood and American oak, and they use a proprietary toast on that barrel. So this was a 6-year-old 95.5 rye that was finished for a whole year in that secondary Zebra Toast barrel. We weren't even planning on picking a rye. They just brought out some samples and asked if we wanted to try them. And we told them right then, yeah, we'll try them, but we're not going to pick one. And this was just one of those like light bulb aha moments where we all just looked at each other and we're like, okay, we're picking one of these for sure. So that's definitely my top 5: Gold Eagle and the Oak Zebra Toasted Rye from Bardstown Bourbon Company. Number 4.
But by the way, still available online.
Still available, yeah. I mean, this is one that is moving very quick, but it's not flying out of here, so it probably will still be available when this one posts. A lot of in-store sales on this one versus online, which tells me that people are trying it at the bar and then taking a bottle home. Number 4, William Heaven Hill 18-year bourbon. I'm not talking about the standard Heaven Hill 18-year that was released. This was a distillery-only release, a specialty release. I was fortunate that somebody just brought me a sample of it. It's like 137 proof Heaven Hill bourbon. Absolutely phenomenal. Super complex. Hits all the notes that I want in a bourbon. Doesn't drink like it's proof. But that I had to include in my top 5. So I guess that would be that's my tater bottle in my top 5. I don't think I have another tater bottle.
The rest are Scotch.
No, there's definitely a Scotch, but not the rest. Have either of you guys tried that or heard of it?
No.
I knew what it was, yeah.
I had not.
That's the one that they released. That's the one they released when there's the big, like, the whole, like, that's like a June-ish when they have, like, the Distiller series down there.
Yeah, I mean, the William Heaven Hill series is only available at the distillery, and they always have different stuff. Like, sometimes it's a wheat whiskey, sometimes it's finished whiskey. But this particular one was just an 18-year-old bourbon that was 137 proof. And yeah, that was really, really good. I'm sure it was like a Bourbon Fest release or some kind of Father's Day release or something, but that was good. But good transition, Jake, because the next one is a Scotch. This is a Scotch that I've turned a lot of people onto, and we ended up taking everything that was left at the distributor, and we only had 2 bottles on the shelf at this point. So by the time the episode airs, it might be gone. But this is single malt.
Jake's already got the website.
I was gonna say, waiting for the cha-ching. He might already have this too, but single malts of Scotland, private bottled an Altmore 15-year at cask strength, and it's like 123 proof. Definitely, I forgot. I mean, I should have checked this before coming home today, but definitely has, I think, a PX or some kind of sherry influence on it. But this is like everything I want as a bourbon drinker in a Scotch. It's bold, it's powerful, it's got great viscosity, great body, just the right amount of peat, good amount of red fruit. So this Altmore 15-year, which you don't really see because Altmore doesn't bottle their own Scotches typically. It's all independent bottlers. They're more of a blending house. But when you get a hold of a single cask of Altmore, it's probably going to be very special because there's a reason why they didn't want that cask to go into one of their blends that they produce. So yeah, that Altmore 15-year, if you do like Scotch and you like a little bit higher proof Scotch, to me it does not get any better than this. Number 2.
Jake's looking down at his phone.
I know he's buying it right now, and I have
I can't remember if I have it or not. I don't think I bought it.
I have my our app website closed, so we won't hear the cha-ching. It just helps with my Wi-Fi.
I bought the other single malts of Scotland, the 14-year.
Bought the wrong one.
Something or
other. Bought the wrong one.
No, they're all good though. What was it?
But it's not
like a Craig
Alecky
or?
Yeah, I think it was the Craig Alecky that I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was phenomenal too.
It's not top 5 good. It's not honorable mention good. It's
this Altmore is special. Number 2. This is gonna catch you guys by surprise. This one caught me by surprise. I also had a hard time.
E.H. Taylor.
No.
E.H. Taylor, small batch.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
I also had a hard
Dang it.
time
That-
putting this in my top 5 because of the price point. It's in my top 5, and I wouldn't even purchase a bottle myself. It's $1,000
Weller
bottle
Millennium.
that only no. It's $1,000. Good guess though. It's $1,000 bottle that comes in a 375 milliliter, so it's technically a $2,000 bottle. Very old Saint Nick Nirvana 17-year bourbon. So this was kind of a surprise. We got 2 bottles in. This is like, I don't know, for some reason this thing has like secondary value, even though it's $1,000 for a 375, and people actually search these down. So I was very curious about it. Didn't think I was ever going to get a chance to try it. My sales rep, who works for the distributor, sent us an extra bottle and said he wanted to buy it. And I assumed for sure he meant he was buying it for someone else. But he comes in, he buys it, and he just opens it up right on the spot. And he's like, "Here, let's try it." Which was weird because he doesn't really drink a ton of bourbon. But he was just like, "I'm super curious about this one." And we tried it, and it was one of those moments where I was just blown away. I was expecting something good. It was superb. And I still would never spend $1,000 on a 375 milliliter bottle. But it reminded me of like George T. Stagg and William LaRue, if they had a baby, what it would taste like. It had so much oak, so much richness, so much lively fruit, and kind of had like the caramels and vanillas that you get from Stagg combined with the cherry that you get from LaRue. So that is my number 2. I don't know if you guys have seen that or heard of those series
so
at all.
my first comment is I'm not great with understanding reproduction, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works with whiskey.
I mean, it is a 375 milliliter bottle, so it's like the baby of LaRue and Stagg.
and I'll tell you what. So if you do really like what Jake, if you have a similar palate to Jake, and you do have the money, I am very shocked to say this. I just looked it up. It is on wooden cork for $9.99 for the 375 milliliter bottle. So there's not even a secondary upcharge on it.
That's interesting.
On wooden cork. So if that's something that you are interested in, you can find it out there. So
apparently people look for it because we got 2 bottles. They sold out right away. Yes, one was to my rep, but the other one sold out right away. And then we had 2 emails come in, people asking if we can get more.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
I think Roberto had 2 different Old St. Nick's.
Yeah.
I think they were both ryes.
Yeah. They were.
But like they were absolutely spectacular. And like I think both of them were like over like 10 or maybe even 12-year ryes. Yeah, they were just phenomenal.
Yeah, and they can be hit or miss. Like the brand, is usually pretty good, but it's all expensive. So a lot of it I taste, and I'm like, okay, this is good, but I probably wouldn't buy a bottle for myself. And same thing with the 17-year, but just flavor alone, definitely one of the most memorable bourbons that I've tried.
Is what's their other brand? Is it
So, well, I mean, they have like they have a couple others. Wadi Boon,
Rare Perfection, or
is another one. Rare Perfection, yeah, Rare Perfection is another one.
Because those are really good too.
Yeah, but it's kind of a small, cool story. If you're ever in Bardstown, I would highly recommend checking this place out. They distill about 1 barrel a day, and most of their stuff that they're putting out right now is sourced. But they have a female master distiller. I forgot her name, but definitely knows what she's doing. Up and coming. It's a cool little property, like 5 minutes away from Willett. And I think a lot of people pass over it just because you have Willett and Heaven Hill right down the road. But we were in Bardstown one day, and we had like an hour to kill before our appointment at Willett, and we just searched distilleries. That happened to be the first thing that popped up, so we went there, and they took great care of us. They let us try some bottles, no charge, showed us around a little bit. So it can be kind of hit or miss on what people think about this distillery, but I would definitely recommend visiting and just keeping an open mind when it comes to their different releases, especially if you have money to spend.
Yeah, I mean their price points are like way up there.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're pretty good for at least the ones I've tried.
All right, moving on to my number one, and I'm gonna break a rule. I'm gonna break a big rule.
We didn't have rules, so how could you break a rule?
Well, I'm breaking a rule here for sure. Because I'm putting.
You have a vodka.
No,
you have a
vodka. No. I'm putting two different whiskeys as my number one.
Oh man, a tie.
But hear me out. Come back, Dan. Fill up your glass. Come on back. I'm not talking till Dan comes back. I knew he was going to do this too. All right. All right, Dan's back.
Just remember, Dan, we have a lot of listeners, not video people. So when you leave the podcast for 5 minutes,
Jake, you're secretly a Chiefs fan, aren't you?
No.
You're a Chiefs fan and you listen to Taylor Swift. Just admit it.
You know what fan I am. You know what fan I am. The first place team.
I would expect someone that likes Taylor Swift to have two first. Oh, I can't pick my favorite Taylor Swift song, so I have two number ones. That's what you just
did. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I had very little respect for you in the first place, and now I have zero.
Hear me out.
No. Don't care. You lose.
I got married this year. For the wedding, we created two different whiskeys.
By the way, don't forget to give me one because I paid you money when I'm back.
I put one in your box already. It'll be there when you pick up your box. It's in there. Okay. Yeah. So I feel bad about picking two, but I don't care. This was probably the biggest day of my life. Before this podcast, was sipping both, trying to decide.
Hold on. Before you go,
yes.
Don't say probably the biggest day of your life, just in case your wife is listening.
It's the biggest.
Just say this was the biggest.
She doesn't listen.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough then. That's good. But
I mean,
if we have someone
kids,
that knows her,
if we have kids, that's probably going to.
But that hasn't happened yet.
All right, so it is the biggest day of my life so far.
Jake, make a little cut.
Yeah, so far. There you go.
There you go. That's good. Just make a little cut edit. We'll get rid of that. What am I talking about? Go ahead.
Before this episode, I was sipping both, and then when Dan got mad at people doing honorable mentions, I was like, "What can piss him off more? I can pick two whiskeys as my number one." So that's what I did. One, and they're both Bacta, so they're both similar theme. The first one is Bacta 1928, the wedding blend. So I also didn't want to put this in there because I think I put 1928 in my top 5 last year.
Yeah, you did.
But I couldn't not.
Which was a great decision, by the way.
Thank you. I couldn't not include this because it's a blend of our 2 birth years, 1994 and 1992, finished in a French oak cask. So there wasn't. With the rules on creating a 1928 blend, there wasn't a whole lot that we could do to make this different because we knew we were going to do our birth years, and then we really just got to pick the cask it was finished in, French oak, bourbon, or Islay. Obviously, I wanted the Islay, but with these specific vintages, it tasted best with the French oak, so we went with the French oak. So this is 60% rye, 36% Calvados, the rest Armagnac, finished in a French oak cask. And it's just a super light, easy drinking, but still has a good amount of body from the spice of the rye, good amount of fruit from the Calvados. This is just a crowd pleaser and a very special bottle in my life, and I couldn't not include it in my top five. Unfortunately, they're not really for sale. If you really, really, really want one and you know me personally, you can ask me and we can discuss. But they're not really for sale. The rest I'm keeping for myself. We do have other 1928 blends that are very good on the shelf. Would definitely recommend checking those out. But this one in particular, I'm just gonna keep for myself and sip on for the rest of my life. The other whiskey,
3 different Gold Eagle label 1928s.
We do, yeah. Yeah. They're not gonna sell out soon, but they're all getting low. I think they're all like 15, 20 bottles left, somewhere in that range. But yeah, I would definitely recommend those because they're similar, but just different vintages and different finishes. The other whiskey that is shared as number one is the Hogsworth 15-year cask that we picked. So I took some of the guys at the wedding into their rick house 2 hours before the ceremony, and we tasted 3 different Hogsworth 15 casks, and this was the unanimous favorite. So Hogsworth, if you don't know, is a blend of bourbon and Armagnac, and they decided to do some experimental releases with older bourbon and Armagnac. And so this is a true one of a kind, but this particular one is, I should have also looked this up, but I believe it is about 60% bourbon, 40% Armagnac, and I know that it's finished in a Calvados cask, but the average age is 15 years, and 15% of the blend is 1973 Armagnac, which sells for $400, but this bottle sells for $60. So it's an incredible value. This is my way of also sneaking Armagnac into my top 5. A great fall pour, a great bonfire pour, something unique. And if you know me, you know I'm not just bourbon. You know I'm not just Scotch. I give all categories equal love. And things like this, like what Bacta's doing with these blends, are totally unique. You're not going to find anything like this anywhere else. So that is why easily on my number one, these 2 bottles. And I apologize again, Dan, but how am I supposed to pick between these 2?
I will give you a pass on that. But next year when Jake R tries to do this, I am just done. Like, just over his bullshit.
I would not do it.
I can't wait for the day that my own wedding. Dan.
I know. That's why I'm allowing it.
Like if it was just 2 whiskeys that I couldn't pick, then no, I wouldn't do it. But this is the biggest day, and we made 2 whiskeys for that day, and I love both of the whiskeys, and they're both totally unique. So I had to put those atop the list.
I will say you finished strong there by saying the biggest day. So good job.
Yeah.
You learned. And that's all that matters.
That Hogsworth is very, very good. I think you poured that for me 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's good.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Hogsworth, a company that has nothing to do with Whistle Pig.
Yes.
I love Rush. I love the pettiness. Anybody that's very petty is high in my book. Like, just a big ranking, yes. So, all right. Well, that was our top 5.
Real quick.
I'm not going to go to the end. Oh, you guys want to talk about with this what we're talking about? Because you said I got to remind. Okay, all right. I know I'm not transitioning to the end. I was going to transition to that because I am a good fucking host. But go ahead, Jake. Get your stupid comment in.
So, the one bottle that I was really debating about.
This counts as an honorable mention. What we talked about.
It does count as an honorable mention, technically, I guess. I had to look it up. It came out in 2024. I think it came out in December of 2024, and I'm pretty sure it came out after we recorded this episode last year.
Well, also the rule was you had to try it in 2025.
Well, I tried it in 2024,
No.
so. But like, I was trying to.
So
figure
you're breaking
out,
the rules twice now. Okay, just want to make sure.
I was trying to figure out when we recorded things, and it was too much effort, so I stopped.
It was effort, so you stopped.
This bottle deserves some sort of honorable mention.
It does.
This is the Lake County Whiskey Club Jepson's pick. We had Matt on last week. I think Matt would probably agree that this is the best pick that Lake County Whiskey Club has ever done. This was a phenomenal bottle. It's been like long sold out, but those that got this, I think, are ecstatic that they have some. All that's to say, make sure you're following Lake County Whiskey Club. Make sure you're looking at Facebook for the drops and everything, because they're picking some really, really good bottles.
That bottle is a stag killer. Like, it tastes like George T. Stagg.
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal.
It's a one of a kind, just crazy bottle. Well, I got one more.
Yeah, Dan's
what do you
done
got,
with
Dan?
our honorable mention shit. So
I was gonna say, so let us know what you think of our top 5 lists. Let us know what your top 5 lists are too.
Yeah.
It's always fun to look back at the year. It's hard because we all try a bunch of different random things. But no, it's nice to sit down and kind of think back through the year and remember what you had, look at your shelf. I've talked about it since a long ass time ago when we did our very first episode that bourbon's a cool story drink. And I'm sure that when you look at your shelves of your open bottles, you can take a look and get some memories of some of the certain bottles. So let us know what you think on your bottles for top ones for 2025.
Yeah.
We also, like, shortly before we started doing the podcast tonight, Jake said, remind him that I have an earth-shattering update to give on the podcast tonight. Let me guess, you have 2 more honorable mentions.
No, it was the cold open that Elijah Craig can no longer be my favorite bottle of whiskey. And you know what? This is a very valuable. This is a really valuable life lesson for all the listeners out there. Just because you tried something 3 years ago doesn't mean it still has to be your favorite bottle of whiskey. And you know what? I'm man enough to admit that I was wrong.
Well, you weren't wrong. You were right at the time.
Yeah.
And now you're wrong. If you say it's your favorite bottle.
I've changed my tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Dan is like so fed up.
That's not.
I mean, your favorite whiskey of all time is like CYPB or something stupid like that.
No,
so
just straight Blanton single barrel.
It's even worse.
I'm just glad you approved my number one having 2 bottles.
I will allow that.
I can sleep easy tonight.
That gets a lot for a special occasion. Jake's earth-shattering news is dumb.
I like how Dan's like, I will allow. Like, Dan's somehow the arbiter of any of the rules of this podcast.
I'm the oldest and wisest, so that makes complete sense to me.
That's 2 Freudian slips in a row on episodes.
I'm not the widest. You and me are pretty close, but I don't know. I might start doing that Ozempic stuff. Give me a little shot. I saw that Amy Schumer lost a ton of weight. And I love how she was all happy about her big weight, and then she could take a shot to get better. Anywho, different story.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I mean, is this our last episode for the year? Probably.
Yeah, because this will come out after we talk about Whiskey Advocate.
Okay. Well, we're not supposed to tell him that, but
it's all right.
Yeah. So thank you. I mean, I thought the earth-shattering news was going to be something more along the lines of what you texted us earlier today, which is our Spotify information.
And I mean, we can talk about that too. I'm super excited about
Or I thought you were going to have a third kid on the way.
No, not that exciting.
I'm pretty sure he's done. Yeah, he can't make it to a 7 o'clock podcast when he tells us it's a 7 o'clock podcast. Like, he's already running 15 minutes late when he tells us the time to do something. So I don't see another one coming his way, but I could be wrong.
No.
Okay, so I was right, yeah.
Some cool news. So I got our Spotify wrap today on our Bourbon Matters account. So I want to just say thank you to everybody that listens. This was like a really huge year for us. Our audience increased by 56%, which is pretty crazy. And 414% in new audience this year, which is super cool.
So if you really do the math, that's like 3 new audience members. I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
We're very, very happy that people actually give some semblance of a shit about our podcast. It's really fun. And we love doing it. Like we said, we just do this for the fun of it. Yeah, thank you everybody. We really appreciate it. We hope that you continue to listen to us.
Like, that's the biggest thing, is it doesn't even talk about any of that, like the increase in comments we've had this year, which have been fun because it's brought us a few episodes.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody that comments, I like getting to hear what you guys are saying. That's always cool. It helps drive, what we're talking about. So yeah, keep that up. We love it.
Keeps us motivated to, keep coming out with good content, knowing that people are listening and engaging.
Yeah, for sure.
Motivates me to drink. The good news is it motivates me to drink more.
Yeah.
So thank you for making me a bigger alcoholic.
For positive reasons, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the one stat, which I'm like a little skeptical about this one, but if this is true, this is big if true. Bourbon Matters was in the top 10% of videos on Spotify.
Oh.
Which is pretty wild to think about. So if you're watching video on Spotify, thank you very much.
I promise I'll fix my background next year.
The lighting and the background.
For the couple people who hate my lighting and hate my background, I am moving. I will get a proper setup. You will get to see my beautiful face better than this dark shadow.
I just don't understand why you couldn't buy a $10 light to put in front of you.
I have one.
He's got one.
It's right here. It's off because tonight I have 4 ports on my laptop and they're all being used. My charger, my external monitor, my mic, and then one of my ports is broken, so I couldn't put the light in there. But
you must have.
I'm going to be moving soon, and I thought this was going to happen earlier, so that's why I didn't go through the hassle on getting a proper setup. But don't worry, next episode I just might be in a new location.
There you go.
All right, guys. Well, everyone that's listening, thank you for another wonderful 2025. God, we've been doing this for a few years now.
This is year number 4?
I don't know.
We'll be going into year 4, I think.
Yeah, I think
in
so.
January.
So, we thank you all so much. It was cool to see that wrapped information today. Again, let us know your bourbons. Have a happy new year. Hopefully everyone had a wonderful holiday season here in December. And the biggest thing to remember is just don't participate in dry January.
Yeah. Don't
know.
Don't fall for the peer pressure and stop drinking in January. Drink with all the cool kids.
January, baby.
Yeah, right. January. Let's go.
I'll stop drinking for January.
Dan is gonna fall off if that's the case.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks again so much. Have a happy new year, and we will see it. Plugs. Oh yeah, Jake.
GoldEagleWine.com.
I mean,
Instagram
he didn't talk about
GoldEagleWine.
coupons, so I don't give a shit.
Facebook at Gold Eagle Spirits. If you want a coupon, use the BM DAM to get 10% off our Bourbon Matters pick. We all talked it up enough on this episode. There's going to be like nothing left a week or two from now. We're already down to the last 3-4 cases, if there's anything left right now. So just use it. You will not regret it.
Do yourself a favor just for the lols. Do BM cock. Get yourself some fighting cock.
Our number one most used coupon.
As it should be.
Mm-hmm. Actually, BM 500 has done very well too.
We should extend. We should extend the.
Yeah.
We should extend the FUJB for your Bardstown Rye pick.
No, that one doesn't. No.
All right. Okay. I tried, listeners. I tried.
You can use FUJB for 10% off our Bardstown Rye pick. That's 2 coupon codes in an episode. Actually, 4.
3.
You might 4. Need to. Well, BM 500 and.
4
the
BM 500.
cock,
yeah.
You might need to go back a little bit to find what these will apply for, if you haven't figured it out on the other 2.
Yeah.
But
those aren't.
There's a lot of
so.
Yeah, they're not stackable. I mean,
choose
bottom
wisely.
line, there's a lot of coupon codes that get dropped on this podcast. So if you are a Gold Eagle shopper, it's worth it to listen to the episodes, hear some behind the scenes info, and save some money on some cool bottles.
They all work for shipping, right?
They all work for shipping.
Shipping.
You just can't stack coupons. So like we do free shipping on $500 and more, so you can't use the BM 500 and get the free shipping. It's one or the other.
All right. Jake, plug our stuff.
You can continue to watch us on Spotify and YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Make sure you check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Bourbon Matters. Keep up the comments and make sure you like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, and share with your friends if you're got a bunch of whiskey nerd friends, which I know a lot of you do.
We all do. So, all right, go boys. Cheers to 2025. We will see everyone in 2026.
Cheers.
Cheers.